When we talk about health, most of us focus on what we see on the outside, our skin, our energy, our strength. But the truth is, real story of health begins deep inside our bodies at the level of our cells. Every day, without us even realizing it, trillions of cells are working in harmony to keep us alive, to protect us, and to repair the damage that naturally comes from living. Think about it for a moment. The cuts you've had on your skin that closed and disappeared, the times you recovered from a fever or an infection, even the strength you regain after feeling weak. All of this is a reflection of a hidden power that your body carries within itself, power called cellular regeneration. It is the ability of your cells to repair themselves, to renew, and in some cases, to replace what has been damaged with something brand new. This is not some rare gift. It is built into the very fabric of who we are as human beings. Here's the problem. Most people go through their lives without even realizing that they have this power. They treat their bodies as though health is a lottery, like some people are simply blessed with it and others are not. The truth is, difference lies not in luck, but in how well we protect and support our body's natural regenerative systems. When these systems are strong, your cells have the ability to bounce back, to recover, and to stay youthful for much longer than you might imagine. But when these systems are compromised by poor diet, chronic stress, lack of movement, or exposure to toxins, your cells begin to lose that resilience, and you feel it in every part of your life. Fatigue sets in, recovery takes longer, and your body begins to age faster than it should. What's remarkable is that your body is constantly renewing itself. You may not realize that the lining of your gut replaces itself every few days, your skin renews every few weeks, even your blood is constantly being replenished. Some cells last a lifetime, like the ones in your brain and heart. Many others are cycling through in a rhythm that speaks to the incredible intelligence of the human body. Every moment is this silent orchestra of renewal taking place. And yet, whether that orchestra plays in harmony or out of tune depends largely on how you choose to live. That means you are not just a passive passenger in your health journey. You are an active participant with the power to either amplify or suppress this natural regeneration. Think about what happens when you get a small cut on your finger. You don't have to tell your body how to fix it. You don't have to consciously decide to send platelets, stem cells, growth factors to the wound. Your body just knows. Now imagine that same process taking place throughout your life, deep in your organs, in your muscles, in your blood vessels. That is what cellular regeneration really is. But here's the catch: as we age, or when we don't take care of ourselves, that regenerative capacity begins to slow down. It's not that it disappears. It's that the system becomes less efficient. The good news is that science has shown us that this slowdown is not inevitable. With the right conditions, we can awaken and support that regeneration, allowing our cells to thrive, to heal, and even to reverse certain kinds of damage. What makes this especially powerful is the fact that regeneration isn't just about recovery. It's about protection. When your cells are regenerating properly, they protect you from disease, they defend you against inflammation, build resilience against the everyday wear and tear of life. This is why some people, even at an older age, continue to radiate vitality, while others feel decades older than they actually are. It's not just genetics, it's how well they've nurtured the hidden ability their body already has. The challenge we face is that in today's world, so many things around us are working against our natural biology. Processed foods, chronic stress, polluted environments, and lack of movement weaken the very systems designed to keep us strong. The result is that people begin to think decline is normal, when in reality it is not. Decline is only inevitable when regeneration is ignored. When you bring awareness back to this hidden power, when you make choices that support it, you unlock the ability to not only live longer, but to live stronger, sharper, and healthier. So the first step in this journey is understanding that regeneration is not something outside of you. It is already within you. It has been with you since the day you were born, and it will stay with you as long as you live. The question is not whether your cells can regenerate. The question is whether you will give them what they need to do it well. When you begin to see yourself not as a collection of problems to be managed, but as a living, breathing organism with an extraordinary capacity for renewal, you start to take back control. And that control is where true health and longevity begin. Because when you awaken the hidden power of cellular renewal, you are no longer just surviving, you are giving yourself the chance to truly thrive. If we understand that our bodies already hold the incredible ability to regenerate cells, the natural next question becomes, what exactly fuels this process? What allows these cells to perform their work at the highest level, repairing damage, building strength, and protecting us from decline? The answer, very simply, is the nutrition we give ourselves every single day. Food is not just calories, not just something we eat to fill our stomachs. Food is information, food is fuel, and food is medicine. It sends signals to our cells, either telling them to thrive or telling them to shut down. Every bite you take has the potential to activate your body's regenerative power or to block it. Think of your body as a garden. If you plant seeds in dry, depleted soil, you cannot expect them to flourish. They may sprout, but they will wither quickly. But when the soil is rich, nourished, and cared for, those same seeds grow strong and vibrant. In the same way, your cells are like seeds, and nutrition is the soil. Give them the right nutrients, and they regenerate with energy and vitality. Starve them of those nutrients, struggle, weakening over time. The difference between resilience and breakdown often comes down to what you choose to put on your plate. Let's look at some of the most powerful tools your body has been given. Certain foods are packed with compounds that actually activate regenerative processes. For instance, many fruits and vegetables are rich in antioxidants. These antioxidants protect your cells from oxidative stress, rust forming inside your body. Without them, free radicals chip away at the integrity of your cells, damaging DNA and slowing renewal. When you consume antioxidant-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, tomatoes, and even spices like turmeric, you're giving your cells the shield they need to regenerate without interference. Then there are foods that encourage stem cell activity. Stem cells are the master cells in your body, capable of transforming into many different types of tissue to repair what's broken. Certain nutrients, like those found in legumes, nuts, and even green tea, can activate these stem cells, essentially calling them into action when your body needs repair. This is not something reserved for scientists in a lab. It's something you have access to in your kitchen with simple daily choices. Hydration, too, plays a role many people underestimate. Water is the medium in which all cellular processes occur. When you are dehydrated, even mildly, your cells struggle to function. Imagine trying to wash clothes without enough water in the machine. It just doesn't work properly. In the same way, without adequate hydration, your cells cannot detoxify, they cannot renew, and their efficiency drops dramatically. Every sip of clean water you drink supports the environment your cells need to regenerate. And let's not forget healthy fats. For years, we're taught to fear fat, but in reality, certain fats are essential for cellular health. Omega-3 fatty acids found in foods like salmon, walnuts, and flax seeds are critical for repairing cell membranes. Strong cell membranes mean that your cells can communicate, absorb nutrients, and protect themselves from outside harm. Without these healthy fats, your cells are like houses with broken walls, vulnerable to damage and unable to hold their structure. At the same time, we must recognize that certain foods work against regeneration. Highly processed sugars, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy fats can actually promote inflammation, which damages cells and interrupts the healing process. Inflammation is like a fire smoldering inside the body. It burns slowly, but over time, it weakens everything it touches. The foods that drive this kind of inflammation rob your body of its regenerative potential. This is why so many people who rely on processed foods feel tired, sluggish, and older than their years. Their bodies are trapped in a cycle of damage without repair. The beauty of nutrition is that it doesn't take years to make a difference. When you begin fueling your body with regeneration-friendly foods, the impact is often felt within days or weeks. Your energy levels improve, your recovery from stress or exertion becomes quicker, and you may even notice changes in your skin, your focus, and your mood. That's because your cells are responding. They finally have the raw materials they've been waiting for. This is not about following a complicated diet or restricting yourself harshly. It is about abundance. The abundance of colorful fruits and vegetables, the abundance of clean water, the richness of whole grains, legumes, lean proteins, and the healthy fats that strengthen your body from within. Each of these foods carries a blueprint for regeneration, and together they create a symphony of renewal inside you. And when you begin to connect your food choices with your health in this way, something powerful happens. You stop seeing meals as just breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You begin to see them as opportunities. Every plate becomes a chance to strengthen your body's defenses, to fuel your cells, and to activate your natural healing. This perspective changes not just the way you eat, but the way you live. So, when you think about regeneration, remember that it is not some distant concept. It begins right now with what you choose to place on your fork, with what you drink, and with what you allow into your body. Because when you feed your cells with the nutrition they deserve, you are literally fueling the process of renewal that keeps you young, strong, and alive. When we think about regenerating cells, it's easy to imagine that food and nutrients are the only players in the process, but the truth is, our bodies are influenced by far more than just what we eat. Movement, rest, even the environment we surround ourselves with act as powerful signals that either activate or silence our regenerative systems. Every choice we make throughout the day, from how much we move to how deeply we sleep, and even the kind of air we breathe, can change the way our cells repair themselves. What's remarkable is that these are not abstract influences. They're very real, shape the pace of our aging, our energy, and our resilience. Let's start with movement. Our bodies were designed to move, not to sit still for hours on end. When you move, whether it's walking, stretching, or exercising, you increase blood flow. That circulation is what carries oxygen and nutrients to your cells, almost like a delivery service bringing exactly what your cells need to thrive. Without movement, those nutrients and oxygen don't reach the areas that need repair as efficiently. Beyond that, physical activity activates stem cells, which are critical for regeneration. Even gentle forms of movement like yoga or Tai Chi send signals to your body that it's time to strengthen muscles, rebuild tissues, and keep the system sharp. What's fascinating is that science shows even short bursts of activity, just minutes at a time, can spark this regenerative effect. So it's not about spending hours in the gym, it's about making movement a natural, consistent part of your daily life. But regeneration isn't just about activity, it's equally about rest. Sleep is not simply downtime for the body. While you're sleeping, some of the most important repair work takes place. Cells damaged during the day begin to heal, growth hormones are released, toxins that accumulate in the brain are cleared away. If you've ever noticed how much better you feel after a truly restful night of sleep, that's because your body has been quietly renewing itself at the cellular level. When sleep is cut short or is of poor quality, regenerative cycle is broken. Instead of repairing, your cells are left with unfinished business, and over time, this builds up, leading to fatigue, memory issues, and a weakened ability to fight disease. Making sleep a priority is one of the most powerful gifts you can give your body because it gives your cells the time and conditions they need to do their work. Then there is the environment we live in, which most of us overlook when we think about health. The air you breathe, the light you're exposed to, and even the stress levels in your surroundings all play a role in cellular regeneration. For instance, spending time in natural sunlight allows your body to produce vitamin D, a key player in many regenerative processes. Exposure to nature reduces stress hormones like cortisol, which, when elevated for long periods, interfere with healing and regeneration. On the other hand, being constantly surrounded by noise, pollution, or artificial light at night can disrupt your body's natural rhythms, making it harder for cells to recover. Stress itself deserves special attention. When your body is in a constant state of stress, it releases chemicals that are meant to protect you in emergencies. But when those chemicals flood your system day after day, actually wear your cells down, shortening their lifespan and limiting their ability to repair. Practices like meditation, breathing exercises, or even simply taking quiet time away from technology can lower stress and create the right conditions for regeneration. The mind and body are not separate in this process. They are deeply interconnected, and calming the mind helps the body heal. All of these factors, movement, rest, and environment, work together in ways that are greater than the sum of their parts. Imagine someone who eats perfectly but never sleeps well, barely moves, and spends most of their time in stressful, unhealthy surroundings. Their nutrition alone cannot fully unlock regeneration because the other pillars are missing. On the other hand, someone who balances good nutrition with regular movement, restorative sleep, and a nurturing environment experiences a synergy that multiplies the effect on cellular renewal. It's this balance that allows the body to function at its best. The beauty of this is that you don't need drastic changes to begin creating this balance. Small shifts make a big difference. Choosing to take a walk instead of sitting all day, creating a bedtime routine that protects your sleep, stepping outside to breathe fresh air, or taking 5 minutes to slow your breathing when you feel overwhelmed. These simple practices compound over time, fueling regeneration day after day. When we align our lifestyle with what our cells need, we stop fighting against our own biology. We give our bodies the chance to do what they are naturally designed to do: repair, rebuild, and protect us. And the more consistently we give them this chance, the stronger and more resilient we become. Because when you bring movement, rest, and your environment into harmony, you create the perfect conditions for your body to regenerate from within. When we talk about regenerating cells, most people focus entirely on the physical side: what we eat, how we move, how we sleep. And yes, those things matter deeply. There is another dimension just as powerful that is often overlooked: the way we think, the way we see ourselves, the mindset we carry every single day. It might surprise you, but your attitude and emotions have a direct influence on the health of your cells. Connection between mind and body is not just philosophical, it's biological. The thoughts you entertain, the level of stress you allow to consume you, and even the hope you carry about your future can change the way your cells regenerate. Let's start with stress. When the mind is trapped in fear, worry, or negativity, the body responds by releasing chemicals meant to help you survive. These chemicals, like cortisol and adrenaline, are useful in short bursts when you truly need them. When remain elevated because of constant stress, they begin to interfere with regeneration. They shorten the lifespan of your cells, weaken your immune system, and prevent the healing processes that are supposed to happen naturally. On the other hand, mindset shifts toward calm, gratitude, and optimism. Your body releases an entirely different set of signals: endorphins, oxytocin, serotonin, that promote healing, lower inflammation, and strengthen cellular repair. This is not abstract, it is measurable. Think of it this way: your cells are listening to your emotions. They are paying attention to the signals your brain is sending. When you are consumed by negativity, those signals tell your cells that the environment is unsafe, that survival is the priority, not renewal. But when you cultivate a positive, resilient mindset, your cells are reassured and they can turn their energy toward regeneration instead of just defense. That is why people who maintain hope, who practice gratitude, who find joy even in small things, often recover faster from illness, experience less pain, and maintain vitality longer. Discipline also plays a role here. Regeneration is not just a gift. It's a process you have to nurture consistently. And consistency comes from mindset. If you believe your choices don't matter, you won't commit to them. If you think decline is inevitable, you won't take action to slow it down. When you shift your mindset to see every day as an opportunity to strengthen your body, when you remind yourself that your choices can either fuel renewal or block it, then discipline becomes easier. You no longer see healthy eating, exercise, or good sleep as chores. You see them as acts of self-respect, as ways of aligning your life with the power of regeneration that already lives inside you. Even your sense of purpose influences cellular health. Studies show that people who have a strong reason to live, who wake up with meaning and direction, not only live longer, but also maintain stronger regenerative systems. Purpose fuels resilience. It tells your body that there is a future worth preparing for, a reason to repair, a reason to thrive. Without purpose, cells behave differently, drive to protect and rebuild is weaker. So cultivating meaning in your life is not just a spiritual practice, it is a biological one. And then there is connection. Human beings are not meant to live in isolation. Connection, whether it's with family, friends, or community, have been shown to lower stress, release healing hormones, and improve immune function. When you feel supported, when you feel loved, your cells respond to that environment. Regeneration thrives in a body that feels safe and connected, just as it falters in a body burdened by loneliness and despair. Your mindset isn't only what you create inside yourself, it is also influenced by the relationships you nurture around you. When you put all of this together, you begin to see that regeneration is not just about the physical body, but about the entire human experience. The foods you eat, the way you move, the rest you give yourself, all of it is magnified or diminished by the mindset you carry. A negative, hopeless outlook can undo the benefits of good habits, while a positive, resilient mindset can amplify them beyond measure. This is why you must see regeneration not as a mechanical process, but as a holistic one. Your body is listening not just to what you feed it, also to how you think, how you feel, and how you live. The mind and body are not separate systems. They are partners in your health. And when they work together, when your mindset aligns with your biology, the result is extraordinary. Because when you choose a mindset of hope, discipline, and resilience, you create the internal environment where your cells can truly regenerate and allow you to live with strength and vitality.